Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters and your guests. Welcome back to Roseburg Speakers and Storytellers Toastmasters Club. Okay, I see we have no guests, so let's start the meeting. And I want to tell to housekeeping protocol. During the meeting, we suggest you to mute your microphone unless you are going to speak and leave your camera on. And for all role takers, please identify your role in front of your name. And for all speakers, please remember to pin video our timer and be aware of the speaking time allocation. And now I'm going to hand over the control to someone very special in our club, someone with a warm and welcoming personality, none other than the one and only, our president, Miss Ayu Anantya. Please welcome.
Thank you, Melva. Thank you very much for a very nice introduction. Hi, people. Welcome back. I know we meet every week, and if we miss 1 week, I will just miss you all. So thank you for being here, and let's just get started. Our TMOD. So Yasmin, who is our TMOD? Oh, Melva! Back to you!
Here. Okay, you forgot me. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, I remind you guys, today we have 3 sessions. There is prepare speech, table topic session, and the evaluation session. And let's start to first session, that is prepare speech. Oh, no, sorry. Before that, I have a team for leading this meeting, right? I'm not alone. So please welcome our grammarian as evaluator, Tiger. Please introduce your role.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another rousing meeting of RSS. I will be looking for excellent or clever uses of the English language. I'll also be looking for any poor usages of the English language, although I won't be looking hard for that because I know we won't have much of that. Back to you, Miss Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, thanks, Tiger. Next, I have a timer. Please welcome our timer, Ayu Anantya.
Thank you, Melva. Today, hi everybody. Today I will be having double role. The first is act counter. My job will be listening to filler words and take notes and give the report at the end of the meeting. The second role is timer, and my background will be this one. Oh my gosh, this is for the green and this is for the yellow and rose for the red. When you exceed your 30-second grace, I will give you this. Pow! How about that? Thank you. And this is from me. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Our timer, that's cool. Bam. Okay, remember guys to pin the timer. Okay, I think we missed our counter, but no problem. And Yasmin, I want to ask you, don't we have GE?
We have, sorry, what?
GE, General Evaluator.
No, Ishel is the general evaluator. She's
Oh
there.
my God, I'm so sorry. My bad. Let's jump to first session. There is prepare speech, and today we have 3 speakers, and I see they already prepared their speech. Okay, let's start to first speaker. First speaker is Rukaya Motagam. Her pathway is persuasive influence. L2, understanding your leadership. Your time, 5 to 7 minutes. And her project title is My Team, My Authority. Rukaya, the time is yours.
Thank you so much, the TMOD. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, a warm welcome to you all. Today, I'm here to deliver a speech from my Pathways Persuasive Influence Level 2 project on understanding my leadership quality. The title for my today's speech is My Team, My Authority. With all the due points I have analyzed and looked upon, I concluded that my leadership style is authoritative. Leadership in itself is one of the most exciting skills, and leadership style refers to a leader's characteristic behaviors while managing, guiding, motivating, and forming a group of people. Great leaders can inspire political movements and social changes. They can also motivate others to perform, create, and innovate. There are many different styles of leadership, of which authoritative leadership is one of the most controversial, but also the most effective leadership. Authoritative leaders do what all is needed to get the things done and the goals achieved. When used well, authoritative leadership style helps managers to make quick decisions and keep their employees at their best. Authoritative leadership refers to a management style where the leader is in complete control. An authoritative leader is one who sets the goals, determines the processes, and oversees all the steps that are needed to achieve the goals, with little or no input from the team members. Authoritative leadership drives organization towards common goals. These types of leaders work with employees at every step of their processes, leading and coaching them to success. The main difference between an authoritative and an authoritarian leader is that once an authoritative leader shows the employee how to complete a task, they let them do on their own. Doing so sparks innovation and new ideas for accomplishing daily tasks. To justify my leadership style, I would like to present a small example story, which is also a true incident. During the lockdown, I got a chance to intern with a company. I was assigned the internship in the finance department. And when I took over my job, after the survey, I came to know that there were many unnecessary expenses in the company, and also it was being cheated by many of its service providers. And because of that, the company was going into debt, for which I had to work fast and take necessary steps to overcome the situation. After analyzing, I brought this fact to my boss and other team members. As usual, some agreed to it easily, but some didn't. Authoritative leaders, also called visionary leaders, tend to approach the leadership like a mentor guiding a mentee. Instead of telling their employees to follow their instructions and do as they say, they put themselves in the scenario and utilize a come with me approach. They have a firm understanding of all the challenges to overcome and the goals to reach, and have a clear vision for achieving success. Taking my job as a challenge, I made a guideline and started my plan of action. The very first thing which I did was I used the biggest tool, that is patience. Slowly, I started working and tried to convince the members who were not with me or against me. And guess what? It worked. people began to accept my ideas. Now, as there were many deaths, and to overcome these losses, new plans had to be executed to save the company. I created a plan of action and took some new measures and assigned the responsibilities to the respective person. Because a team, a leader without a team support is never successful. As soon as we started executing our plan, many unnecessary expenses were eliminated, and the unfaithful service providers were replaced with the faithful ones. All employees of company were assigned day-to-day responsibility systematically, after which the whole plan was executed. As a result of my leadership, the company started getting debt-free, and as a result of my leadership, the company started recovering from all of its debts and gradually became debt-free. My boss and all of my team members were really happy with my work, and at that time I realized and proved that I can be an authoritative leader and I have the capability to achieve success in whatever I plan to do with systematic steps and its execution. When I completed and achieved this target of mine, I was remembered of the words which we were told by a psychiatrist in the seminar, that never do what others want you to do, rather make them do what you want them to do. And that is the biggest quality of an authoritative leader to achieve the goals they have set for themselves. Thank you, and back to you, the TMOD.
Wow, that's firm speech. Thanks, Rukaya, for giving a strong speech. Next speaker, Gabriela Bonilla. Gabriela, her title is The Largest Pyramid in Mexico. Fun fact of that. Gabriela, the time is yours.
Thank you, Melba. Welcome. Sorry, this is my speech about the culture about the Mexico, the architecture of Mexico, and I share my screen. Yeah. Okay. This is the largest pyramid of Mexico. Fun facts about them. The largest pyramid of Mexico, it's interesting because it's a legacy important and powerful civilization that inhabited Mesoamerica. You are about pyramids or heard of them? I don't know. Unlike the pyramids of Egypt, those of Mexico, their fountains wasn't be mausoleums. They served to the centers of the social life of each city, and their objective was public worship. Today, there are an important vestige to learn about the complexity of ancient Mexico cultures, such as their architecture, engineering, and social civilization knowledge since the rise to the labor to the many people was required. There are the longest pyramids of Mexico. The first pyramid is the Sun and the Moon Teotihuacan. Located 45 kilometers north of the Mexico City, this pyramid is the one of the largest and older of Mesoamerica. It was more than 2,000 years to existence. The Mexican people found on the ghost of a city and named years of existence, and the name of this city, City of the Sun. It's believed to have been built a natural mound of a solid rock, reach about 6.5 kilometers of height. Researchers have discovered that the pyramid of the sun holds mysterious and a tunnel with more than 1,100 meters in diameter has been about that layers to the natural bowl. Another curious fact of this pyramid of the sun has 260 steps and divide by 5 corresponds to the 52 steps for each sun or area of the universe. The next pyramid is Notchmul. Located the archaeological zone of Coba in the Yucatan Peninsula, being one of the pyramids of Quintana Roo with meters high. The name of the Notchmul in the Maya language means Great Mound. The architecture changed compared to the other buildings in the area because it was connected to by several towns, the 100 meters long, while a road like Linkedin with the communicate to the market products. This is the principle of this tunnel. The next pyramid is Tonina. Tonina located 100 kilometers for the state of Chiapas. It's considered of one of the largest pyramids in the Mexican Republic with 740 meters high. In except the pyramid of the Sun of Teotihuacan. It's about 2,000 years old. The design is this pyramid is unique because the country is very similar to the Machu Picchu in Peru. Its structure includes 7 platforms with houses, temple, palace is so impressive, this pyramid. The Maya culture was centered in this pyramid. The next pyramid is Pyramid, Cholula Pyramid. Locally located to about is near Puebla City. The Cholula Pyramid has the longest pyramid, has the base in the world because its size of 400 meters. The reason its enormous dimensions because it was built on the natural mound totality dedicated to the god Tlaloc, the god of water. Those who built this pyramid were one of the oldest people in this in Mesoamerica because they date back about 300 before Christ. For me, is so interested about this pyramid because Mexico has the most impressive architectural area in the world. In addition to being recognized as World Heritage Cities, nowadays the history of pyramids told us of the different cultures that exist in the country. Thanks to them, we are known for being a country with a rich culture in all aspects, feeling being a country with a rich culture in the about the people, proud of everything and the ancestors left us. Thank you, Toastmaster, and back to the Melbourne.
All right, that's great. Thanks, Gabriela, for sharing one-off history in your country, pyramids. And I thought just Monsieur exists pyramid. And yeah, I was wrong. Okay, let's move on to our last speaker, Kunang. Her pathway is team collaboration, L3, successful collaboration. And her project title is The Energy of Collaboration. Kunang, time is yours.
Thank you. Dear fellow Toastmasters, and there is no guest today. This is my speech for level 3, Successful Collaboration. My speech title is The Energy of Collaboration. Why collaboration is the key to success? Because there is no collaboration, there is no communication, and there is no action. When there is no passive action, there is no result. So that's why collaboration is the key to success in teamwork. And how to put the energy into collaboration. From my little experience in collaboration, first is that non-judgment. When we work with people, we need to see the best in themselves. We have no reason to judge people because everybody is unique. In the mistake, there is the right answer. Behind the mistake is the right. So people learn from mistake. And we cannot judge people by their appearance or by anything else. When non-judgment comes, communication comes. When the communication comes, so the process of the team also begins. And the other key I'm using is that respectfulness. Respect is earned value for yourself and for your team. When people see that you are respect them, they feeling comfortable and valuable because you give them value and yourself also valuable. And the other case that honesty and integrity. In honesty and integrity, you gain trust. When people trust you, they happy and they feeling more confident in their job, in what they are doing. So when they are happy and trust you, everything happen in a good way. And the other key that I'm using is encouragement. Encouragement, you make people feel that they are free. There is no mistake. You push them into hardworking. When encouragement comes, even though in ourselves, we are happy and feel free doing what we are doing. Even though we have some mistake, but we keep practicing. When people happy and keep practicing. They push themselves into hardworking. When hardworking comes, everybody can work together and achieve the goal. And for me, the other one is that kindness. We cannot do something without kindness. People need to be kind to each other. And the last one is responsibility. As a member of a team, or when you are a leader in a team, you need to be responsible what you are doing and what our member are doing. No matter what they are doing, right or wrong. Remember that. No judgment them, respect them, and keep encouraging them. So my summary for the energy of collaboration is that first, non-judgment, and then respectfulness, and three, honesty and integrity, and four, encouragement, and five, kindness, and the last one is number 6, responsibility. All this is the key that puts the energy in collaboration. When collaboration is good, people are happy and they have the passion in work. So when people are having passion in work, they can achieve the goal together. So thank you. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Kanang. Oh my God, you share a lot of advice or some insight. Thanks, Kanang, for sharing your speech. And that's done. Our first session is done, and next our second session, that is our topic, and Michelle will be lead this meeting, this session. Michelle, over to you.
Thank you very much. And I love today's theme, minimalism or minimalist, which means you try to have as little or as small or as minimal in terms of your surroundings, your environment, whatever resources you have. And remember that our word of the day is perfectly matched. It is declutter, or to simplify or get rid of mess, disorder, or complications. However, I'm going to throw a twist on that. We will have a somewhat different table topics, because the moment I saw that our theme is minimalism, I was thinking of that nursery rhyme. And I think Mary, Tiger, I'm sure few others might know this nursery rhyme. It starts with, there was an old woman who lived in a shoe. Picture that. How much more minimalist can you be? An old woman living in a shoe, right? Now, what we're going to do is continue that story, because we are Roseburg speakers and storytellers. Sometimes we forget the storytelling part. Therefore, I have pre-assigned everybody in the room, so everybody gets to participate. Oh, we have a guest near here.
Yes,
not sure if I'm
good
pronouncing it
evening.
correctly.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Good evening.
Hi.
Yes. Hello,
You're just
hi, hello.
perfectly timed. Hi, we're just perfectly timed for table topics.
Thank
Today,
you.
our table topics will be different. It will be a story around the theme of minimalism and decluttering. So I will start, and then we will go around the room. So please remember your number. Yasmin, you will be the first one after me. So I will, when I use the word or when I pass on to you, you will pick up the story. The second storyteller will be Mary. The third will be will be Ayu. I'm sure Ayu can do, wow, she's doing timing and accounting, but I'm sure she can give us a short story when it's her turn. And then we will have Melva. And if time allows, we will have Tiger. We'll see. If there's more time, then we can also call our speakers. Okay, so I will start. Remember, this is a twist on the story of there was an old woman who lived in a shoe, and she had so many children, she didn't know what to do. So she tried to declutter her life by giving away her children. So she got in touch with Yasmin. And what did Yasmin do?
She came to me with her 12 children and she asked that I will be willing to offer you two of my children. All my children have different qualities, but two of them are very smart in observing plants. They love going outdoors, looking at birds, and you being the researcher might use them well. So would you like to use my two children? And that for me was the aha moment. I said, why not? I am getting young minds, young nature enthusiasts, and I can train them in future to go low on sustainability and in fact declutter their materialistic consumption. And what good could it be to start them with so early in life? So I picked up the two children who were very smart and very nature lover, and I happily introduced that lady to my another friend to see if they would be willing to take her further children. And that goes to the following number two.
Mary, you're still muted.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, my shoe was really smelly because of all those children living in it. So that's why I had to get rid of them, at least for a little while, till I had somebody come in and clean and disinfect that smelly old shoe. Well, while the kids were gone over at Yasmin's house, because she said she was just giving two away, but I left the whole bunch there and took a quick run. So she's got all my children. So while I'm cleaning, I thought, wow, I actually know, not that I need less stuff because I have good stuff. I just need more room to be able to spread it out and display it as I need. So I went in search of some other shoes to do a remodeling job to expand my shoe to a larger, more robust living space so that my kids and I could comfortably live in this shoe. So I set about on a journey to find the perfect shoes that would accentuate my current living house shoe. So I went abroad and I found, recently I heard a speech from Gabriella about Mexico. And that looked like that might be a great place to start my adventure looking for a new shoe. And so I went down to Mexico. And while we were there, I found some really cool pyramids that I had learned about from Gabriella. Sorry that my kids couldn't come with me, so I missed that they weren't able to see it. So I thought, wow, next time when I have the kids back, I'm going to include them in this journey to Mexico. So on and on I went in search of the perfect shoes to accentuate my house. And I checked in with Yasmin. The kids were doing well, but not sure when I'd be back. She kept saying, "When are you coming to get your kids? I'm going crazy." So with that, number 3, take over. What happened to the kids and where do we find the house? The expanded shoe. I don't remember who number 3 was.
It's Ayu.
Ayu, over to you.
Well, I'm just thinking about Nuvera. Nuvera, do you want to take this or are you ready? No? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Timer and Table Topics Master. All right, I went to Mexico and I looked for a shoe. Now, I had a problem with the language. I couldn't speak Mexican. So it was very difficult for me explaining to them what kind of shoe I want, what quality I want, and the price and all that, the frills I wanted with the shoe, I couldn't explain to them. Although I found a suitable shoe and I went back to, who was the person? All right. Now, this person, the second speaker, was at her wit's end with the children because she could not tolerate them. She could not tolerate them, and the shoe which I got for her and the children was not suitable enough. So she packed me off again to Mexico, go exchange the shoe for a bigger, better shoe. I found my way back to Mexico and went to a large shoe store. I was so glad that the person at the shoe store could speak English well. And I related my message well, and he got me a big, beautiful, spacious shoe with all the amenities, that was needed for a big, large family. I was flabbergasted. I was so excited. I carried the shoe and went back to, the speaker's house. She was so glad. She was so happy. She welcomed me and started to inspect the shoe. Thank you very much. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much. And Madam Toastmaster of the meeting, are you willing, ready to participate and continue the story?
Okay, I'm trying.
Okay.
It's like he closed was that a story? What I should continue. Okay. Okay, Nivera said that she broke the shoes to her home. And oh my God, I'm surprised. She got it from Mexico. Wow, that's so far. Why you bought that shoe in Mexico? And here, this country, we have it, right? Okay, no problem, because it's like was that a surprise for you and the stuff like unique, no problem. And that's it. Back to you, Tiger. Move to you.
Let's bring it the story around and end it with Tiger. I'm sure he can whip up an ending for the story of the old woman in the shoe.
With a little bit of research, she found out that the greatest shoe company in the world is in Portland, Oregon, and it's called Nike. So she sent a letter to Phil Knight, the owner of Nike, and said, I need a special made shoe for me and my 47 kids. And Phil Knight, being a wonderful philanthropist, said, no problem. And he built her the most beautiful shoe house that you could ever imagine, with 50 bedrooms, a huge kitchen, windows to look out at the environment. And not only that, but he offered to hire her a nanny who could teach these kids how to declutter their rooms and keep the shoe clean. The rule was, if you didn't declutter your room, you had to spend an entire day with Michelle. And so all the kids behaved, and they all grew up to be, ready for this? Toastmasters. Back to you, Miss Table Topics Master of the Day.
Wow, I had an incredibly wonderful time. When I started it, I was just thinking, okay, let us see where this will go. We will be as minimalist as we can be, but who knew? Suddenly the minimalist shoe became 50 bedrooms. Only Tiger can do that. Thank you so much for helping us to declutter our little shoe and making it into 50 bedroom place. Thank you so much, everyone. Great fun. I hope you all did. Let's welcome back our Toastmaster of the day, Melba.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. That's fun session. And let's move on to our last session. There is evaluation session, and this session will be leading by GE. Ishel, over to you.
Need to unmute, Ishel. Excel, you are still muted.
Sorry, thank you. sorry. Okay, yes, the purpose of the general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happened and not happened. I will evaluate each participant and meeting program and look for good examples of proposition. Now it's time for the first general evaluator, Mary. Please, Mary.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Welcome, Toastmasters, and most especially our guests. Nice to have you here. And also our wonderful speaker, Rakaya. Did I say that right? Rugaya, I think is how it's pronounced. Anyway, Rugaya talked about her leadership style. And I have heard many speeches on leadership style, but I feel like this particular speech really nailed a particular leadership style. She, from the beginning, said what her leadership style was, and that was in most of the speeches I had heard. To me, the biggest question, the people would go on and on about leadership style and not say what theirs was. So I wasn't sure where they were coming with that speech. But Regaya, you did that right from the beginning. You said, I have an authoritative style of leadership, and that's what this means. And you went on to beautifully describe what an authoritarian leadership style was and the benefits of it. And I like that. You followed the explanation and instruction that you gave us on that leadership style with, now let me give you an example of how I employed my authoritarian leadership style. And you gave us an example, what you did in your company, that with the style you had, you were able to overcome a budget crunch or overextension of the budget there, and you turned it around. I like that. And so I found it was interesting and informative. So you nailed both of those. The one suggestion, and it's a small thing, it's something you can easily correct,
is that most of the time you were looking downward because your screen was lower. And so that took away, I noticed as you got a little closer, we got better eye contact, but most of the time you look down. So you can fix that simply by putting some books or a box, something to lift your screen up so that it's parallel with your face, that you have straight on eye contact. That was my biggest suggestion with you. And again, it's something you can easily fix. If I could add one other suggestion, there's a downside to authoritarian leadership. So when we're learning about it in our project, you find the good points and the bad points. And you also find as a leader that you use multiple styles, but one better than other. As I finish up. So I just want to mention, I would have liked to have heard some of the downsides from the authoritarian, I can't say that word, and how you overcame that. That would have been nice, but I came with a nice closing. You grasped it with a quote that left us with a true understanding of that leadership style. So you nailed it. You certainly met your objectives for today. So I will close and turn it back to our general evaluator.
Okay, thank you, Mary. Thank you for the nice evaluation. And now it's time for our second evaluator, Tiger. Go to you.
Thank you, Miss General Evaluator. And thank you, Gabriella, for a very interesting and engaging speech. So I'm going to talk about three things that I thought were very well done in this speech. First thing, structure. There clearly was a beginning, there was a body, and there was a conclusion. So congratulations, Gabriella. The middle, the body, was very well done. Your slides, I was a little worried at the beginning because your slide had a lot of words. That first slide had a lot of words. I was like, uh-oh, we're going to have a slide with a lot of words. But after that, and that was a very good setup actually for your speech to kind of give us a beginning and informative idea about what we were going to see. After that, all your slides were photos with no words, and it was just you explaining the photos. Very well done. Excellent photos. Very good photos. Very interesting subject matter. One of the things about Toastmasters, one-on-one Toastmasters, is to know your audience. And you know that this is an educated audience that is interested in learning. This was a very informative speech. So thank you for that. Also, I want to say that your finish was strong. I love the little thank you. That was very clever, very well done. There's a couple of things that I would recommend that would make it a even better speech. First of all, your beginning was a little bit rough. When you have a slideshow, make sure you have your slides up before you start. The start is very important, not only for the audience, but it's also very important for the speaker. The first sentence I tell everyone when I'm coaching speeches, make sure you have your first two sentences memorized, because once you get that out, then you can relax and get into your speech. And your start was a little bit rough. Now, having said that, you overcame that very quickly. So that was very well done. The other thing is you were reading, which is okay. And especially in an informative speech, there's a lot of information, but it was obvious that you were looking down. So somehow you want to have your notes up by the camera. So when you're reading, it still appears as though you're talking directly to us, because it takes away from your engagement with your audience when you're looking down. But Gabriella, this was a very, very informative and interesting, entertaining speech. Congratulations. Back to you, Miss General Evaluator, Michelle.
Yes, Tiger. Yes. Thank you very much for your evaluator. We had 3 speakers. So right now it's time for Jasmine. Go to you, Jasmine.
Thank you. Thank you very much, General Evaluator, Ma'am Michelle. And it's always a pleasure to evaluate Kunang, given the progress she has made in the past year with Toastmaster. I know, I know the confidence level of her speech has improved amazingly. She is not referring to her notes anymore, or even if she is referring to her notes, it does not appear very evident to us that she is looking to notes. To my understanding, she is not, and if that is the case, it's a very big achievement. So congratulations, Kunal, for your confidence and for the delivery, the style of delivery with a proper with your proper visuality on the screen, like centrally located and screen space. The structure of the speech, it was very well structured. She had distinct 6 points, and she explained on why for these 6 points, which she feels are very relevant for collaborative working, for a team collaboration. And she brought these 6 points back towards the end of her speech while summarizing, and she left us with a message. So the structure of the speech is good. But now I have to come back to the project. And the project is about sharing the experience when you have had the collaborative work, like you worked in a team collaboration and you share that experience. And we know that you have so many stories to share when you work with your children. And the picture in your background is always a reminder for us as to how much you love your work, your education, and your teamwork with your children. And that is what we missed hearing. We missed hearing your story, your experience of teamwork with your children. So, my advice to you would be that next time when you present the speech, you please narrate it with your own experience. Try to bring these points, the 6 points that you highlighted, try to bring it in a storytelling style, a story that you would share with us. And there you bring in these points. And trust me, it will be much more effective, given that we know your passion for working with your children, and given that we know the originality of your speech, how originally you share your experience. With these two recommendations, I again congratulate you for all the advancement that you have had made, and you remain a source of inspiration for many of us on how we can take our speech to next level. Thank you, and back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you for your recommendations, your evaluation. Nine, well, this team also have the way of grammarian, and it's time to Tiger. Go with you, Tiger.
I'm going to do a unique take on the grammarian's role. This is a test of your listening skills, because one of the things you're supposed to learn in Toastmasters is listening skills. So I am going to repeat what was said, and I want you guys to identify who said it. So you can unmute yourself. The only rule is if you said it, you cannot identify yourself. Okay, here we go. I will give you this. Pow! How about that?
Are you?
Are you?
And we didn't get any pals. I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to go very long because I want to get a pal. I use the biggest tool, which is patience. Who said that?
Right?
Yeah.
Rukaya?
Ruku. Our authoritarian is patient. How about that? We cannot judge people by their appearance.
Kunang.
That's a good thing. Huh. Okay. I love this. This is one of our best humorists. Gonna disinfect and clean that dirty old shoe.
Mary.
Mary's always good for a few laughs. I wrote down like 7 things that Mary said, but that was my favorite. I love this one. This is a word that you don't hear very often. Great word. I was flabbergasted.
Ah,
You're great.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. That's a word you don't hear very often. We got to come up with that as a word of the day. And try to bring your speech into a storytelling style.
Jasmine.
Yes, perfect. Roseburg speakers and storytellers. So Yasmin is always trying, as the VP, trying to get us to tell stories. Back to you, Miss General Evaluator.
Thank you, Tiger. Excellent way to show the grammarian. And also we have a timer and a counter that Aju have this responsibility. Go with you, Aju.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Welcome, Nivere. Hi, glad to see you here again. Okay, this is my report for a counter first. Some of us were really clean, and I'm proud of them. Actually, I'm proud of all of us, but we do have several people that need to improve in this filler word. They are very famous with a and a. Well, why we have an counter role in every Toastmaster club? It is to listen we have filler words that maybe 1 or 2, still okay. But when it start become a disruption to the flow of the speech, that we want to improve that. How to do that? Every time I just share my experience, every time I realize I did that, I pinch myself. I feel pain, and this pain gives me pleasure now, because I started, ow, 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 and that make me thinking and realize that's my aha moment on not doing more filler words. I hope that will help us to improve, to not having too many filler words. The second is for timer report. Ruku at 6:45, Gabby at 7:21, Kunang at 5 minutes 58. On table topic, I become I need to research on that word. My brain is become very confused, and I don't really write down the time. I was just going stop and then continue again, stop and continue again. I think we did good. We did good. Every one of us did good. So congratulations for the evaluation. Mary 3 minutes 38, Tiger 2 minutes 58, Yasmin 2 minutes 55. Back to you, General.
Thank you, Aju. Okay, now it's my time for us general evaluator. First, I want to say that every one of you are amazing. Everyone, it's just this RSC is like a family. We can see that Tiger do 2 jobs as evaluator and as grammarian. Aju, timer, and as a counter. So I want to say congratulations for everyone that you are making more activities than one, and that every one of us worked as a family. We helped each other, as Michelle, to be a table topic master. Thank you. You make a great introduction of the theme, and also help about the word of date, and the way also that you say the way that you made the table topic what's so great. The table master of the day also rate how you move each of one of people. And about the evaluation, Mary, Mary, you always like to say the evaluation that I saw the first time I do for like a timer. She showed a new end time. It was so great, was amazing. And also the way of you show the colors of the timer was so great. Tiger, also the recommendation that you gave was so great. The way that you also say the evaluation of the speaker was also great, wonderful. Jasmine, you show that you know very well Kunam, and show the way that she want to improve her speech. So I look that everyone knows each other, and I like it so much how everyone works to be one. And I'm sorry, I forgot also for Michelle that she stand up as that we are also telling stories. So that's also a great point in that situation. So thank you, and go back with you, Melba.
Okay, right. Give a round of applause to us. We nailed it. Yay. And now we are done. We finish on time. And I give over the meeting to our president, Miss Ayu Antia. Over to you.
Thank you, Melva. You know what? You are great today. I think this is your third time or fourth time being Toastmaster of the day, and you improve very, like a lot. Keep up the good work, Melva. A little bit grammar here and there. It's okay. Do it again with writing down. We'll be evaluating, we'll be led, and things like that. But other than that, you start to get it, to have all the meeting run. Excel, this is your second time on General Evaluator. Good. Only one tips for me. Maybe if you have something to improve, recommend us. If you see something that we can improve, then recommend us. Not always have to have all the good ones, but I see that you are very detailed, which is a great identity, what is the English word? That for an evaluator it's good to have that. Being a very detailed person will make a good evaluator. That's what I mean. The next one, I would like, we still have some time. I want everybody here to just mention your name again, and one word that represent you, an adjective. One word that represents you. I will start with me, because I want at the end, I want Nilvere to be the last one, and please introduce yourself to us. How about that?
Just one word?
Okay. Just one word, but at the end, Nilvere will close by introducing herself. I mean, you can mention where you're from, which Toastmaster club that you have, right, Nilvere? Okay, I will start with me. My name is Ayu Anantia. I'm a proud member of this club, and if I look at me, I will say I am diligent. Melba.
Hi everyone, I'm Melba. I'm from Indonesia, and I think I'm Philomath. Okay, that's it. And who is it? Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary Pearson. I'm in the United States on the East Coast, about an hour from Washington, D.C., in the state called Maryland. And The one word I was having a hard time understanding. Say one word that describes me.
Yes, ma'am.
Busy. I'm a busy person. Over to Yasmin.
Hi, this is Yasmin. I'm from India and I'm a minimalist. And I go to Rukaya.
Hello, my name is Rukaya and I'm from India and I would like to describe myself as organized. Over to Michelle.
I'm sorry, I'm Gemini, so I will have to have 2 words. Anyway, I am originally from the Philippines. I am in Oregon now. Just got back to Oregon. Was in Arizona yesterday, and I am I don't know how to say this. I am a disorderly minimalist. How about that? Oh, who should I call? Tiger.
Hi there, I'm Tiger. I live in Oregon, fairly close to this river, which is the Umpqua River. I am a organized minimalist. How's that? Michelle.
Thank you. I am Ixchel Sasmendi. I'm from Mexico, from Puebla, right now, and I am honest. Go with Gabby.
Hi, everybody. I am Gabriela Bonilla. I'm from Mexico, from Puebla City. My word, I think two. One good, one bad. The first, adventurous, and the second, I think is I am perfect. I try to do the things perfect. Yes. Thank you.
And last, Kinang. Oh, yeah, Kinang and then Newberry.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Conan from Cambodia. I am a primary school teacher. One word that describes me is that lovely. My students always say this word to me. Teachers, you are lovely. And when they say this word, they feeling so friendly with me. Lovely is make friendly. Friendly make a good connection. So thank you. Back to you.
All right, it's my turn. All right.
Yes, Newberry.
Thank you, everyone. I'm a Toastmaster. I'm from Royal Premier Club, Kuala Lumpur, based in Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur is our capital city, and we are neighbors with Indonesia. And I'm so glad I met Ayu. And I find this a meeting a very comfortable, cozy one. So I fell in love with first sight with all of you here. If I were to describe myself in one word, it will be workaholic. And I would like to add in another word, adventurous. That's why I'm here. And I plan to stay on here. Thank you so much. Nice meeting everybody here.
You are always welcome, and thank you for being here. I love your smile. That's my first thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, let's move on to a little bit of our club business. Yasmin, take it over.
Do you want to do it? Are we still on time, on the official time? Do you want me to?
We still have 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Then I just go quick in the benefit of time. So
We could turn the
excitement,
camera off
yeah,
though. Stop
yeah,
recording.
the excitement begins in the sense we are looking for the TMOD for the next meeting. So who is going to challenge themselves next as TMOD for the next meeting? I'm going to throw this challenge to two people, Kunal and Gabby. Any one of you, you both, one has to be TTM and one has to be TMOD.
I am BTM. What?
You're TTM? Okay. So the TMOD.
Sorry, I confused Yasmin. What?
Okay.
BTM.
Toastmaster of the day or the table topic master? Which one you prefer? Because you prompted first, you are getting a choice. Otherwise, it goes to Gabby.
So I take already. I just want to be an evaluator.
You want to be an evaluator?
Yes.
Okay. I have to respect you for this, because you gave a very good speech today. So I I just respect you to be an evaluator for the next meeting. And then the choice goes to Gabby. Gabby, you have the choice to either be TMOD, that's Toastmaster of the Day, or Table Topic Master. Which one will you choose?
The first, because the table topic, I was about 3 or 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so you are the Toastmaster of the Day for the next meeting, Gabby. And that means you have to advise me on the theme, the meeting theme, the theme that you would like to have the meeting. You can take your time to think about it, message me when you are done. We will then have the theme for the next meeting. And speakers, I want to check with Rukaiya if it is correct that she has enrolled herself as speaker for next week as well. Rukaiya, are you going to be the speaker for next week as well? Okay. Oh, Rukaiya was thrown out. I have one more. Who else wants to take up the speaking slot for next week?
Yes, I want to be a speaker for the next.
I've already signed up with speaker 3 for next week, just so you know.
I just checked with Michelle, but I will double check it. I missed seeing it. But anyways, I put you as speaker 3, and one speaker 1 is it Michelle? Can you be speaker 1? Yeah. Okay. And Rukaiya, have you signed up as speaker for next week as well? Or am I mistaken?
One second. I'm not sure. Okay, you can keep me as, no, don't keep me as speaker 2 for the next week. If I am there, if I have signed in.
Okay, so I have 2 speakers at the moment, Ishel and Michelle. And I have evaluator as Kunal, and I'm looking for one more evaluator. Anyone who wants to take up as evaluator?
I can be an evaluator. This is Mary.
Okay. Okay, Mary and Kunal are the 2 evaluators. And then I have Melva has requested for the timer, so I give the timer's role to Melva. I am looking for the table topic master. Any volunteers for the table topic master?
Can I do the G role?
Oh,
is it available?
Sure, why not?
Good, Rukaiya, good.
Rukaiya, you are the general evaluator for the next week. Happily, we will have you as the general evaluator. I am then looking for a grammarian. Tiger, you have been doing this role a lot, I know. Would you like to be the table topic master next week, Tiger? Okay. Okay. So Tiger, we have as
Then I take the grammarian.
Sorry? Grammarian is a you. Okay, super.
I take grammarian.
Okay, super. Thank you. So then we have the TMOD as Gabby. That's the Toastmaster of the day is Gabby. We have 2 speakers, Ishal and Michelle. We have 2 evaluators, Mary and Kunal. We have table topic master as Tiger. We have general evaluator as Rukaiya and timer as Melwa. And grammarian goes to Ayub. With this, we are all prepared and excitedly looking for the next meeting. Thank you all for being so proactive as always. And speakers, please go and put your information, speech information on the website so that the evaluators would know in advance. Yeah. And at the same time, I also request Niver to be present in our next meeting, and please feel free to let me know if there is any favorite roles of yours as well. We would love to have you as picking up as general evaluator or anything else you prefer in some of our next meetings. So
Sure. Thank you so much. I will remember that. Probably I'll come in as a speaker.
oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, for a start.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
sure.
Yeah.
No
Please,
problem. Anytime, any help needed, I'm always there for you, guys. No problem.
please trying to share your email ID with me so that I can reach out to you.
Yes, I have filled up the form just now.
And I will take it from there.
Yeah, I have filled up the form, but I will also send it here. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Back to you.
Thank you, everyone. We are waiting for the email, Niver email in the chat to Yasmin. But by now, let's just adjourn the meeting. Meeting adjourned.